Intellectual blood will be spilt as the Vikings take on the Knights next on Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids, brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, and Samtrans. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. Bellarmine, Menlo, and Mission San Jose have entered our Final Four, which begins next week. One more team needs to join them, and it will be one of the teams behind me. We're about to start. Let's meet our judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. All right, you guys. Our first team here is the Mills High School Vikings. Garrett Chan, everybody needs to have a little artistic endeavor in between their academic studies. You recently took in a show.
I went to see Wicked.
Yes, you're one of the zillions of Bay Area residents that have finally seen that show. What'd you think?
It was a lot of fun, and it was just amazing how they
You sound excited, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Oh,
you don't have to say that. Which were you rooting for?
Well, of course, Elphaba.
Yes,
yeah.
You know, that's the whole point. Root for the Wicked Witch of the West. Yes. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Julia Lee, you also took in a show. It was a jazz concert last night.
Yeah.
In San Francisco. What was that?
I saw the Robert Glasper Experiment and Hiromi Uehara. Mm-hmm. The Robert Glasper Experiment was a jazz pianist and a sax player with a vocoder. It was weird.
It was weird. Well, jazz can be weird.
Yeah, I guess.
But fun. Mm-hmm. Good. Anurag Dulapali, you are learning Chinese.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that because Chinese is very interesting.
Yes? In what way?
Well, there are a lot of cultural aspects that come with Chinese, so...
Yes, it's more than learning a language. It's learning a kind of a way of life, isn't it?
Yeah, I could say that.
Yeah, good. Well, good luck to you in that endeavor. And please give a hand to your coach, Grant Paul. Okay, Vikings, we're going to play the collaboration round, give you the chance to earn 100 points. Each question I ask is worth 10 points. If you give me 7 correct answers, you will get a bonus of 30 points. Now, you have to choose between 3 categories. Today, the categories are 4-letter words, Father's Day, or be afraid. Be very afraid.
Well, you're captain.
Okay.
Captain?
Be afraid.
All right, we will go with be afraid. Now, in this category, I'll name a phobia, and you tell me what it's a fear of. Good luck. Here's your first clue. Claustrophobia.
Enclosed spaces.
Correct. Acrophobia.
Heights.
Heights.
That's right. Triskaidekaphobia.
The number 13.
Right. Somniphobia.
Sleeping.
That's a terrible fear, yes. Ichthyophobia.
Fish.
Right. Chorophobia.
Is it clowns?
Clowns.
No, dancing.
Oh.
And aquaphobia.
Water.
And you scored 60 points. Congratulations. We will see what the other team scores when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back. Let us say hello to the Hillsdale Knights. Yeah. Hey, Andrew Bleish, there is a big dance concert coming up, the Dance Ensemble at Hillsdale, and you are going to be taking part in that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So every year, Hillsdale puts on a show called Night Moves. I believe this is the 11th year, so Night Moves 11. And we will be performing on April 29th, 30th, and May 1st.
And what kind of dance are you doing in this?
You know, it really varies throughout the show. Me personally, it's a lot of partner dance with my dance partner.
Okay, good luck to you. That's great. Praveen Ramesh, you took part in a UCSF summer internship last summer, and I'm assuming because UCSF's reputation, it had to do with cancer research?
Yeah, I was just in a lab working on different, on leukemia specifically, and connecting to genetics and working with like a professional lab team.
Now, are you thinking of going into some part of medical oncology, or?
No, I'm just interested in going the medical field in general.
Good. Yeah. Well, that must have been a very enlightening internship. Lumen Sperling, we were talking to the other team about how they relax, and you like to use the good old reliable Rubik's Cube.
I learned how to solve one in my freshman year. And
I didn't know that there were various sizes with various numbers of sides.
Yeah, recently they've come out with up to 6x6x6 and 7x7x7 Rubik's Cubes.
And have you solved those?
Yeah, it takes a long time, but it's just a good way to pass the time.
Excellent. Well, good for you. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Ramesh Krishnamurthy. All right, gentlemen, you got to choose between 4-letter words or Father's Day.
4-letter words.
4-letter words. Okay. Please swear on national television. No, I'm kidding. Name these 4-letter words. And you know it's not swearing because the first one begins, in the Bible, he was Cain's brother.
Abel.
Abel is right. According to the proverb, it's always darkest before this.
Dawn.
Correct. Break your leg and you might be wearing one of these.
Cast.
Right. It's a keyless piccolo, often paired with drums.
A record? No, that's not 4 letters.
No idea.
A fife. It's an ancient region in Western Europe consisting of what is now mainly France and Belgium.
Gaul.
Right. It's a structure used in cremations.
Tomb.
A pyre. It's the gemstone that's deep red variety of corundum.
Ruby.
You got it. And you've got 50 points at the end, which means Hillsdale has 50, Mills has 60. We'll be right back with the free-for-all.
Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
We are back, and I would like to invite you to share the air. You can do that in one of 2 ways. Come on down to a taping and share the air in our studio as you get to take part in a live taping of our show, or donate to Quiz Kids, donate to Peninsula TV, and share the air with the rest of the public. Just call us at 650-637-1936. We'll talk to you about either way you can share the air. Gentlemen and Julia, we are going to play the 3-for-all. In this round, the questions come in 3 parts. If you buzz in and answer a question correctly, you'll score 10 points for your team, and then you can collaborate to increase your score. Give me a second correct answer, you'll score 20. 3 correct answers will score 40 points. Your turn ends if you give me an incorrect answer. And if you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer, the other team gets that chance to potentially steal 40 points away. I will start now with the first toss-up question, 60 to 50. Good luck to both teams. Name the house of the current royal family of the United Kingdom. Anurag.
Windsor.
Yes, for 20 points. Which country is ruled by a member of the House of Grimaldi?
Italy.
Italy.
Princess Grace's home, Monaco. In the 1800s, this disease killed more Londoners than smallpox, measles, typhus, whooping cough. Praveen.
The plague.
No. And scarlet fever combined. Known then as consumption, what do we call this lung disorder today?
Pneumonia.
Okay.
Say something.
Oh, TB. Sorry.
It is TB. Yes, you do have to say it out loud.
Okay.
Okay.
Buzz.
It wasn't penicillin, but what other antibiotic that was the first effective treatment for tuberculosis?
Not penicillin. Amoxicillin.
No, it was streptomycin. Here's the next toss-up. What city, the capital of the United Province of Canada from 1843 to 1849, is now the second most populous city in Canada and the largest in Quebec? Lumen.
Montreal.
Right. What is the name of Montreal's National Hockey League team?
Canadians.
Canadians.
Right, for 20 and for 40. Montreal lies along which river that connects the Great Lakes to the Atlantic?
St. Lawrence.
You got 40 points. Congratulations. And you take the lead. Here's the next toss-up. The D double prime layer is the lowest part of what largest region of the Earth, which separates the core from the crust? Garrett.
The mantle.
Right. For 20 points, the Earth's outer core consists of 2 metals in liquid form. One is iron. What is the other?
Nickel.
Right. For 40 points, Brendan Fraser starred in what 2008 film adaptation of a Jules Verne novel?
To the center of the earth.
one, no.
Wait, Journey to the center
Center of the Earth.
That is correct for 40 points. Next toss-up, who impersonates the Count de Vard to seduce Milady de Winter, only to discover that she is the missing wife of Athos in The Three Musketeers? Praveen.
D'Artagnan?
I will give you that. It's D'Artagnan, but you were getting there. The original Three Musketeers candy bar had 3 pieces. 1, the chocolate that continues to this day, and 2 other flavors. Name one.
Nougat.
Vanilla or strawberry? Dublin's Leinster House served as model for what building designed by James Hoban that is located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Praveen.
The White House.
Correct. A complete gut and remodel was done on the White House during the term of which president?
Madison.
Truman. Next toss-up. The book Crossing the Threshold of Hope was written by Karol Wojtyła, a native of Poland, better known as which pontiff? Yes, Garrett.
Pope John Paul II.
Right. Prior to becoming Pope, Wojtyła was served as bishop of what second largest Polish city?
Krakow.
Right, and for 40 points, what rounded name is given to a papal letter teaching on some aspect of Catholic doctrine?
Something.
Epistle.
Encyclical. Next toss-up. Businesses usually network their computers together into a LAN. What does this acronym? Yes, Lumen.
Local area network.
Right, for 20 points. Several LANs can be joined together to form a WAN. What does the W stand for?
Wireless? Wired?
Why?
Wired.
No, it's wide. Heat is transferred in 3 different ways. Which mechanism of heat transfer is at work when a hot object comes into contact with a colder? Garrett.
Conduction.
Say again?
Conduction.
Right, for 20 points. Which mechanism requires a gas or liquid to effect the transfer of heat?
Convection.
And for 40 points, which mechanism enables the sun to heat the surface of the moon?
Radiation.
You got it for 40 points. The Tumen River separates southeastern Russia from what communist nation whose, yes, Praveen?
China.
No. Whose 3 most populous cities are Chongjin, Hamhung, and Pyongyang?
North Korea.
Right, for 20 points. North and South Korea are separated by a demilitarized zone that contains a joint security area near what village?
Seoul.
Panmunjom. The 2007 film Sicko was directed by which man who considered... Yeah,
Michael
Julia.
Moore.
Right. Michael Moore's first film focused on the impact of an auto plant closing in Flint, Michigan. Name the film.
Death of the Electric Car.
Death of the Electric Car.
Roger and Me. Next, which element whose allotropes include a form with 8-member rings lies directly... Yes, Praveen.
Sulfur.
The unpleasant smell is not sulfur itself, but what gas?
Sulfur oxide. Sulfur.
No, it's hydrogen sulfide. What constant in physics relates the ratio of the energy of a photon to its frequency? Yes, Praveen?
Planck's.
Right. What was Planck's first name?
Maxwell.
And what lowercase Latin letter is used to represent Planck's constant?
One that's H.
Lambda. It's lambda.
Lambda.
No, it's H. What Shakespearean character at first loves Rosaline, but after attending a masked ball, Julia?
Romeo.
That is right. Casa di Giulietta, or Juliet's house, is a questionable tourist attraction in what Italian town, known to Shakespeare fans for its 2 gentlemen?
Verona.
Right, for 40 points. 2 characters repeatedly flip a coin, which always lands heads, in which Tom Stoppard play based on Hamlet, whose title characters are dead?
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
That is correct. And your final toss-up question. In 1610, Galileo discovered Callisto, Io, Europa, and Ganymede, the 4 largest moons of which planet? Yes, Garrett.
Jupiter.
And for 20, what adjective meaning happy or merry is derived from the Roman adjective for Jupiter?
Jovial?
Jovial.
Right, for 40 points. The planet Jupiter was associated with which Norse god?
Thor.
Thor.
Thor. I actually have one more question here. Isn't that cool? Name the house of the current royal family of the United Kingdom. Andrew.
We just,
Windsor.
Did we do that one?
Yeah.
I'm going crazy. Congratulations. 280 for Mills, 150 for Hillsdale. Yay. We're coming back. I'm getting some coffee. Bye. extreme lightning round. Now the points are 20. If you give me the correct answer, that's how many you earn for your team. But if you give me an incorrect answer, you will lose 20 points off your score. If the other team collaborates and steals those points away, the scores can vary wildly. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. Who is the unwashed mad monk who was a confidant of Catherine the Great and was Praveen?
Rasputin.
Right. Name the Supreme Court justice who said that freedom of speech must be allowed except when it presents a... Yes, Praveen.
Oliver Wendell Holmes.
Right. Of cells, hemoglobin, or bacteria, what did Van Leeuwenhoek discover by observing lumen?
Hemoglobin?
No. What did he discover by observing the plaque between his teeth under a microscope?
Bacteria.
Yes. What's the chemical compound that can cause insomnia or hyperactivity and is common to chocolate, coffee, and tea? Praveen.
Caffeine.
Correct. What is the mathematical name for a curve where there is never more than one possible y value for each yes lumen?
Function?
Right. Anaphylaxis, cirrhosis, or hypoglycemia? Which is most likely to be treated with a rapid injection of epinephrine? Yes, Julia.
Anaphylaxis.
Right. When dried plums are sold in supermarkets? Yes, Andrew.
Prunes.
Correct. Millard Fillmore was the 1856 presidential candidate of what nativist anti-Catholic party? Andrew.
The Know Nothing Party.
Right. Michelangelo designed the dome for St. Peter's in the Vatican based on what was then the world's largest dome, designed by Brunelleschi in what Italian? Yes.
Florence.
Right. Which madam started as the art tutor to King Louis XVI's sister, and then during the French Revolution began making the death masks of executed aristocrats? Madame Tussaud. What rule formulated by a Swiss mathematician makes use of determinants to solve systems of linear equations? Andrew.
Gauss.
Nope. You can steal.
Gaussian elimination.
No, it's
Gaussian elimination.
No, it's Kramer's rule. November 1938 saw the horrible Kristallnacht in Nazi Germany. What does this word mean translated, Anurag?
Night of shattered glass.
May I accept that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Broken glass, yes. Of packets, wireframes, or handshakes in computing, which are units of data transmitted? Yes, Anurag.
Packets.
That's right. Name the phylum which includes crustaceans, insects, and arachnids. Yes, Garrett.
arthropoda.
Right. Of orcology, oceology, or cytology, which is the study of animals such as dolphins and whales? Julia.
Cytology.
Right. What Mexican state shares its name with a spicy sauce from Avery Island, Louisiana? Yes, Anurag.
Tabasco.
Right. The world's two most populous nations are China and India, each with over 1 billion people. Which nation is third with about 300? Yes, Garrett.
The United States.
Right. Which country administers the Caribbean island of Martinique? Garrett.
France.
Right. What's the term for mass per unit volume? Praveen.
Density.
Right. What Catalan architect designed Barcelona's intricate La Sagrada Familia? Yes, Garrett.
Dali.
No. You can steal.
Pass.
Antonio Gaudi. Teddy Kennedy was buried in Arlington National Cemetery in which state? Praveen.
Delaware.
Nope.
Virginia.
That's right. Ganges, Mekong, or Yangtze, which river flows through Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam? Lumen.
Mekong.
Right. Which word of the sentence, he gave us the blue book, is the indirect object? Garrett.
Us.
Right. Of the Hajj, Zakat, or Kaaba, what's the name, the cube of black basaltic rock that is the focus of Muslim pilgrimages to Mecca? The Kaaba. Name the noted Edgar Allan Poe short story about a man imprisoned and tortured by the Spanish Inquisition who is saved from death in the nick of time. Garrett?
The Pit and the Pendulum.
Correct. What is the only U.S. state with a one-syllable name? Praveen.
Maine.
Yes. Of blood pressure, blood oxygen, or blood sugar, what is low in a patient with hypoglycemia? Lumen.
Blood sugar?
Right. Which American president was, among his many talents, an architect and designed his... Yes, Praveen.
Thomas Jefferson.
Correct. Name the current Prime Minister of Canada. Yes, Praveen.
Stephen Harper.
Correct. What is the most populous U.S. city on the Great Lakes? Yes, Lumen.
Chicago.
Correct. Of pemmican, succotash, or moccasin, which Native American food was made of meat, berries? Yes, Lumen.
Pemmican.
Correct. John Kerry's wife was once married to what late Republican senator? John Hines. Israel's and Palestine's West Bank is west of which river featured, yes, Garrett?
The Jordan.
Right. At one point, its route terminated at Varna, and passengers could then take a ship to Istanbul. But in 1889, it went there directly. What was this long-distance passenger train in setting of an Anorak?
Orient Express?
Right. Who was this character, supposedly the second to be cast out of heaven after Lucifer? And the primary antagonist, yes, Julia?
Beelzebub?
No, and the primary antagonist in both Marlowe and Goethe's Faust stories?
No. Pass.
Mephistopheles. What is this modern-day layout of letters on most English language keyboards that takes its name, Praveen?
QWERTY.
Right. What body of water serves as the border between Iowa and Wisconsin? Lumen.
Lake Michigan.
No. You can steal.
The Mississippi River.
Ohio.
Pass. Pass.
The Mississippi River. In what Eugene O'Neill play are the deaths of Ezra and Christine Manning lamented? Yes, Garrett?
Morning becomes Electra.
Correct. When a charged particle travels through a medium at greater than the speed of light for that medium, it emits a bluish light that is named for what Russian physicist? It's the Cherenkov radiation. Makruk and shogi are international varieties of what typically? Yes, Praveen.
Chess.
From left to right, what are the numbers in the fourth row of Pascal's triangle? Lumen.
1, 4, 9.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal.
331.
1331.
Correct. What is this bay in Sydney so named? That's the end of the game with 560. Mills is the last of our final 4 teams. Congratulations to both sets of players. I will see you when the final 4 begins next week. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, Samtrans. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the Knights Templar,